Imagine this. You're standing in the middle of a crowded office, sweat still drying on your collar from the long commute, when the man who signs your paycheck looks you dead in the eyes and says, loud enough for everyone to hear, "You're nothing but street trash." The room goes silent. Your coworkers look away, and in that single moment, something inside you snaps, not with rage, but with a cold, unbreakable resolve. If you've ever been underestimated, belittled, or told you don't belong, stay with me. This is the true story of how one insult changed everything. If it moves you, hit that like button right now and subscribe for more stories of ordinary people who refused to stay down. His name was Alex Rivera. At 32, he was the kind of man most people walked past without a second glance. Raised in a cramped apartment above a noisy bodega in Queens, Alex had learned early what survival smelled like: wet cardboard, diesel fumes, and his mother's tired hands sorting recyclables after night shifts. His father had left when he was 7, leaving behind nothing but a worn leather belt and the lesson that promises break easier than bones. Alex didn't dream big, he dreamed realistically. A steady job, enough money to keep the lights on, maybe someday a small house where his little sister could study without the sound of gunshots outside. He worked as a custodian at Apex Dynamics, a mid-sized logistics and supply chain company that moved goods for some of the biggest retailers in the Northeast. The pay was modest, but the benefits helped when his mother's arthritis worsened. Every morning at 4 a.m., Alex arrived before the suits, mopping marble floors that gleamed under fluorescent lights, emptying trash cans filled with half-eaten lunches from people who barely acknowledged his existence. He wore the same faded blue uniform 5 days a week, the embroidered name, Alex, fading like his hope some days. Then came Marcus Hale. Marcus was the regional director, charismatic, sharp-suited, the kind of man who quoted Sun Tzu in meetings and posted motivational quotes on LinkedIn. He had the corner office with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city skyline. To Marcus, people like Alex existed to keep the machine running smoothly and quietly. He rarely spoke to the maintenance staff unless something displeased him. The day everything changed started like any other. A brutal winter storm had knocked out power in parts of the building. Alex worked through the night with a small team, restoring backup generators and clearing debris so executives could hold their quarterly review the next morning. Exhausted, soaked, and running on 4 hours of sleep in 3 days, Alex was wiping down the conference room when Marcus stormed in. "You call this clean?" Marcus snapped, kicking over a bucket Alex had just finished filling. Dirty water splashed across the freshly mopped floor. "This place looks like it was cleaned by street trash." The words landed like a slap. Alex froze, mop still in hand. A few junior analysts in the hallway paused, pretending not to listen. "I'm sorry, sir," Alex said quietly. "We've been here since midnight. The storm." "I don't pay you to make excuses," Marcus cut him off, voice rising. "You're street trash. That's all you'll ever be. Now clean it up properly before the board arrives, or you can go join the rest of the garbage on the curb." Alex felt the heat rise in his face, but he swallowed it. He nodded, bent down, and began wiping again while Marcus walked away laughing with one of his assistants. That night, alone in his apartment, Alex sat on the edge of his bed staring at the cracked wall. His mother's old rosary beads hung nearby. Tears came, not from sadness, but from a deep, burning fire he hadn't felt since he was a boy watching his father's taillights disappear. "Street trash," he whispered to himself. The words didn't break him. They forged him. The next morning, Alex did something unexpected. Instead of quitting, he stayed. But he started studying. During lunch breaks, he read old business books from the library. At night, after his shift, he took free online courses in supply chain management, logistics optimization, and even basic coding for inventory systems. He listened to every conversation in the hallways, absorbed how Apex made money, where they wasted it, and who their biggest clients were. His sister, Maria, now in college on scholarship, helped him practice presentations in their tiny living room. "You got this, hermano," she'd say, her eyes fierce with belief. Years passed. Alex's quiet determination paid off in small ways at first. He suggested efficiency improvements to his supervisor, simple things like better routing for cleaning crews and preventive maintenance schedules that saved the company thousands. Word spread. A kind-hearted operations manager noticed and pulled him into a junior analyst role, despite Marcus's quiet disapproval. "Don't get comfortable," Marcus warned him once in the elevator. "Trash always finds its way back to the street." But Alex kept climbing. He saved every extra dollar, lived frugally, and invested wisely in night classes and certifications. When Apex faced a major client loss due to outdated tracking software, Alex proposed a homemade solution he'd built in his spare time. It worked. Promotion followed. Another. By age 38, he was head of innovation, a far cry from custodian, but still under Marcus's broader division. The real turning point came when Alex discovered a niche: sustainable last-mile delivery for urban areas. While Apex focused on big trucks and high overhead, Alex saw opportunity in electric microfleets and AI routing tailored for congested cities. He pitched it internally. Marcus killed the idea in the meeting, calling it another trash idea from the janitor who got lucky. That was the last straw. Alex left Apex with a quiet resignation letter and a fire in his belly. He founded Rivera Logistics in a small garage, using his savings and a loan from a community credit union. Maria helped with marketing. Old coworkers who believed in him joined part-time. The first 2 years were brutal. Late nights debugging software, rejections from clients who preferred established names, sleepless weeks when payroll was tight. Alex lost 20 pounds. His mother worried constantly. But the company grew. Their eco-friendly model attracted big retailers tired of carbon taxes and urban delivery headaches. Contracts rolled in. Investors noticed. 5 years later, Rivera Logistics was a serious player. They had disrupted the market with technology Alex had dreamed up in those lonely custodial nights. Apex Dynamics, meanwhile, had stagnated under complacent leadership. Their stock price tumbled after a series of scandals and lost clients. When the opportunity arose to buy a controlling stake in the struggling parent company of Apex, Alex didn't hesitate. He assembled a team, secured funding, and made the bid. The day the deal closed was surreal. Alex walked into the same building he once mocked, now wearing a tailored suit, no longer invisible. The boardroom where Marcus had humiliated him years earlier was now filled with nervous executives. Marcus sat at the far end of the table, pale and sweating, his once confident smirk gone. Alex stood at the head of the table, looking every person in the eye. 7 years ago, he began, voice steady, "I was told in this very building that I was street trash. That I'd never amount to anything. Today, I own this company." And effective immediately, Marcus Hale is terminated. The room was silent, just like that day long ago. But this time, the silence carried victory instead of shame. Marcus tried to protest, face red with disbelief and humiliation. Security escorted him out. Alex didn't gloat. He simply said, "No one should ever be defined by someone else's words. Especially not their worst ones." In the months that followed, Alex restructured the company with respect. He implemented the very innovations Marcus had dismissed. Many longtime employees, including former custodians, received training and advancement opportunities. The company thrived. Alex paid off his mother's medical bills, bought her a small house with a garden, and helped Maria start her own nonprofit. But more importantly, he never forgot where he came from. He started a mentorship program for young people from tough neighborhoods, kids who mopped floors, delivered packages, and dreamed quietly. "Your circumstances don't determine your ceiling," he told them. "The only trash is the kind of thinking that keeps you believing you belong in it." So here's the message for you watching right now. The next time someone tries to label you street trash, failure, nobody, remember Alex. Let their words light a fire instead of burying you. Build in silence, rise with purpose, and when you make it, don't just get even, get better. Lift others with you. If this story hit you in the heart, smash that like button. It helps more people hear these kinds of messages. Subscribe and turn on notifications because I'm dropping more real-life comeback stories every week. Tales of resilience, revenge done right, and the quiet power of proving them wrong. Drop your own "I was underestimated" story in the comments. I read every single one. You are not street trash. You are the future. See you in the next one.